Hi, this is Ariella Carmel, and I'm at Kalkalis Israel-Japan Conference in Tokyo. I'm joined by Yair Cassuto, General Partner at Pitango First. Thank you for joining me, Yair.
It's a pleasure being here.
So can you tell me a little bit about Pitango First and your role there?
Yeah, sure. So Pitango First, it's our Pitango's early stage fund. We primarily invest in seed stage and early stage companies in a variety of areas, but with a very specific focus around deep tech across different domains.
Any particular fields within deep tech that you're interested in?
So we're, I would say, primarily focused now on generative AI. We've been investing in this field for a while, and actually we're fortunate to be backing one of the, I think, the premier companies in Israel in this space, AI 21 Labs. We've backed them since the beginning, so basically part of their seed fund and continued supporting them throughout their phenomenal growth. So that's an area that we've been focused on. In addition to that, we've been backing companies across different domains within the deep tech space. So whether it's quantum computing, data platforms, cybersecurity, and others.
Okay, very nice. Now, in terms of Japan, you guys have been active in the Japanese markets for quite a while now. Can you speak to the opportunity for innovation that exists here for Israeli tech and companies?
Sure. So as you mentioned, Pitango is a long-standing fund. We've been in business for almost 30 years now, and our relationship with Japan actually started 27 years ago.
Wow.
When we started working with one of the largest corporations here in Japan, the Itochu. And I think we've seen throughout the years a very significant opportunity of actually creating a business and innovation partnership between the Israeli ecosystem and the Japanese ecosystem. Starting actually in the cybersecurity space with a partnership with an old portfolio company of ours, Forescout, that started their partnership here and created a very significant business within the Japanese market. And more recently with companies like VIA, that has been able to establish a very significant JV with both Mori Buildings and Itochu to create a footprint here in the Japanese market, and other companies like DriveNets that partnered with one of the largest telcos here in Japan to again create a very significant and meaningful business, not just with one client, but kind of as an ecosystem to bring in very significant innovation into the market. And what we've seen throughout the years is that when companies reach a certain maturity level of I would say tens of millions of dollars, it's the right time to kind of go and address the Japanese market. And for us as Pitango, when we're investing, we're looking to build large, meaningful companies, and today we have several companies with hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue. You can't just be focused just on the U.S. market. You need to kind of expand globally, and Japan being the third largest market in the world, it's a significant target market for every portfolio company that scales up for us.
So why do you think that it's taken so long for other Israeli companies to get on your bandwagon, shall we say, and discover the Japanese market?
I think it's a kind of a sense of mentality. You need to be patient. You need to build these relationships throughout a long period of time. And I think that's part of the reason. And I think people are recognizing that. On the other side, I think the Japanese market, and again we've seen that quite a bit, has been opening up for outside innovation. And really recognizing the fact that you can actually tap into the very strong innovation ecosystem within Israel and bring that into the market. I think the automotive space has enjoyed that quite a bit, and mobility in general. And I think now we're getting into additional areas that we can address, again on kind of the IT side, healthcare. And even climate now being at the forefront of what Japanese are looking at.
And do you think the Japanese market presents a viable alternative to Western markets, whether it's the European market or the US market?
I think it's more of a complementary one. And I think you're also seeing that Japanese companies are actually looking for that experience and kind of validation from U.S. and European markets. And once you get that validation, it's easier for them to kind of trust and partner with you in a much more meaningful way. So I think it's much more of a complementary and kind of an additional growth opportunity for companies rather than kind of being a focal market or sole focal market for Israeli companies.
Okay, gotcha. Well, we're going to close our conversation on that note. So thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us.
A pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Of course, and enjoy the conference.
Likewise.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.